Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Apple AirPlay across VLANs and OPNsense. So this video is going to have a few prerequisites. You'll need to have OPNsense up and running. You'll need to have a MDNS repeater. And you'll also need to have a VLAN network. So the MDNS repeater, it resolves host names into IP addresses across separate VLANs. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to have our local area network. And I'll have some information about the network, such as the SAR notation and the network maps. And then on the right hand side, we're going to have the VLAN, which I'm going to call VLAN 52. And this is going to have a SAR notation and network maps as well. And this MDNS repeater is going to be connected to both networks, so the LAN and the VLAN. And it's going to be used in the firewalls. So let's scroll down here. And here we can see the LAN and then the VLAN that's called anything and everything. And so by default, anything and everything doesn't have any access to the LAN. Everything's blocked. Any of the ports, anything related to the network's blocked. And so this is just for privacy, so that the anything and everything network can only reach out to the WAN, but it can't reach out to the local network. So AirPlay is blocked as well. So in my case, I have TVs, cameras, and then also other stuff like washer and dryers connected. It's basically an IoT network, and so I don't want that communicating to the LAN, but I also want to use AirPlay on this VLAN. So I want to be able to have my phone with all my apps, I want it to be able to connect to the TV and then use Apple AirPlay. So how Apple AirPlay works, it needs a few ports open. So the port range is 49152 to 65535, and this needs to be enabled on the LAN and on the VLAN 52. And so the MDNS repeater, it's going to resolve those host names, there's IP addresses, so the phone can talk with the TV and vice versa. So let's take a look on OPNsense. Alright, now that we're in OPNsense, we're going to need to look at a few things. We're going to need to install that MDNS repeater. So for that, we'll go into System. We'll go into Firmware. Then we'll go into Plugins. And then just type in MDNS repeater. As you can see, I have it installed, but you want to click the install button over here on the right hand side. And once that's installed, we'll need to enable that on our interfaces. So we'll go down here to Services, MDNS repeater, and then you'll select your LAN, and then your VLAN network, which I have as anything and everything. And so this is going to relay the information between these two networks. Make sure it's enabled as well and click apply. Alright, now that we have that, let's take a look at the rules currently. In the LAN, I have a basic rule that basically just allows anything from the source of the LAN network is allowed out to the WAN or anywhere else on the local network. Now let's look at the anything and everything network. And this one's a little bit more complicated. I have some invert rules, as you can see here. So anything and everything cannot make a connection to the guest network, which is just for family and friends I have. And then we also have another one that doesn't allow into my private networks, which is the LAN, and then some other networks I have set up. Okay, so to get everything set up for AirPlay, we're going to need to create a rule within the anything and everything network. And so we're going to select the anything and everything interface. We're going to go down to protocol. We're going to do TCP UDP. The source is going to be the private networks. The destination is going to be the IoT network. And then we're going to do with the port range, it's going to be 49152 to 65535. Then add a description. I'll add AirPlay. And click save. And see how we have this rule at the bottom. So both of these rules are going to override it. So we need to add this rule to the top. Then click apply changes. Now we're going to do the same thing for the LAN. We're going to create a new rule. So LAN in IPv4 protocol TCP UDP. And then the source now is going to be the IoT network. The destination is going to be the private network. Then we'll put those ports in there. We'll click save. Click apply changes, and now let's test it. Alright, so I'm going to go up here to screen mirroring on my Mac. And so we have this TV, and this is on the IoT network. So I'm going to click on it, and we should be able to connect. As you can see here, we're connected, and we can see that it has allowed my iMac, which is on the LAN network, to the IoT network, and that connection is created and established, and the TV can make a connection back into our LAN. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.